Okay. We are back. If I seem a little bit low energy today, it's just because it's really, really hot. The British people will always tell you this, but it's not the heat that gets you, it's the humidity. It's like really humid where I am, and I'm just dying, I'm sweating. I hopefully have fixed the chat, by the way, that way. I fixed this. Hopefully it should not disappear now. I don't know why I was doing that before, but I think I fixed it. We're going to get into this and we're going to talk, obviously, bingo. I've done a new bingo card for today and we're going to talk about the lineups because they are quite interesting on both ends. It's your birthday today? Oh, you should have told me before. I would have made a graphic or something. Happy birthday. I hope you have a good day. It's actually a very special day for me too, actually. And this is part of the reason why during this stream, at the end of the stream, I'm probably going to go away very, very quickly because as I said, I've got a special day today. I want to spend some time with the other half. Let's move into wait, before I do that, I've got to do this thing. Wait, today's fixture is this. I remembered. Benfica versus Chelsea. It's at the Bank of America Stadium, for the record. That's something we've learned today. I haven't popped the chat out. I can see the chat on screen, but I can't see the actual chat. Hold up. There we go. That's probably easier to see. I've also moved my monitor slightly, so I'm looking in a different place than I normally do. Yeah, welcome in. The production value. You know, it's actually really funny. That leads me onto a segue. So someone commented, I can't remember who it was, and I apologize if I couldn't remember what your name is, but someone commented on my video today and was like, you know, the graphics have gotten way better since you started. And I'm sitting there like, I can't really tell a difference. Like, I don't really feel like I did anything special for today. But yeah, the Flip, I've completely forgotten what I was gonna say. Also, I need to do this real quick. There you go. Yeah, the video did really well today, so I appreciate all the support on that. Let's talk about bingo first. So there's a few new things that I've just got to put on here that are a bit fun. Crossbar challenge, simple as if someone hits the crossbar with a shot. I think that's pretty normal. We have back of the netto. This is for if Pedro Neto gets a goal involvement. I'm even going to count this for if he gets like a pre-assist, by the way, just because I want to get more bingos. We have clean sheet as usual. We have Otamendi at the near post. Now again, if you watch my preview, you'll know why that's there. We have an Enzo assist. Hopefully he can make that 3 in 2 games. We have the refs hate Caicedo. This is clearly for if Caicedo wins the ball and then gets a foul against him, because this always happens. Mono complains about something. This is basically a free space. I'm going to complain about something at this point. We have Delap to back. This is if he scores in back-to-back games. We have Mono changes his mind. That's for specifically if there's like a refereeing decision that I don't agree with, then I change my mind when I watch the replay. We have an unlikely goal scorer like usual. We have a player booked for descent like usual. We have Di Maria dives. This is going to happen. I guarantee it. We have our free space, obviously. We have Maresca ball in full flow, as always. We have Mono swears at the refs, as always. We have... Why is it in black and white? Because I guarantee that'll happen at some point during the stream. We have a worldie, as usual. We have Santos Blaze. This is just, again, if he gets an... I've put this twice. I've just noticed. Oh god, we should change this real quick. Who should we change this to? We'll change this to Sarr. We'll change this to Sarr. That's if Mamadou Sarr plays. Okay. Correct prediction. I've gone for 2-1 Chelsea. We have Pana. That's just for if someone nutmegs someone in the game. We have Mono on vacation for the camera troubles. We have Palmer scores. Because I really feel like this is a day you really need to score. We have weird sub as usual. Santos up. And then we have Estivao awaits, because in the next round we'll be facing Palmeiras after they beat Botafogo today. So we'll be playing his side. I have seen the Gittins. Here we go. I will talk about that in a little bit. That's going to be one of the things I'll talk about after we talk about the lineups and stuff. Yeah, so let's quickly move this forward if I can. Boop. And, oh, let's not zoom in, and let's bring in the two lineups. Now, Chelsea's graphics are really annoying because the text is very small, but there we go. We'll have to figure out. Let's talk about Benfica first, because their team is slightly different to what I imagined. The changes that they've put in here, and this does look like it's going to be a 4-2-3-1. It could very well be a 4-3-3, depends on where Kirkju plays. Obviously, Kirkju is the one who's come in here for player's name's gone out of my head. The normal cam that they play there. He's come in. Obviously, Florentino Luis has come into the midfield instead of Renato Sanchez. Samuel Dahl has come in at left back, so that's kind of a new thing. So those are the three changes. Everything else is pretty much the same, and I expect them to kind of set up in the same way. For Chelsea, we've got a very interesting 11 here, because it could be two things, and I'll kind of talk about that when we put the actual players into the field here. So we have Sanchez in net, we have James as the captain at right back, we have Badiashile and Colwill. I've just realised that on my one sec. I realised that I didn't put Badiashile in my lineup on the lineups thing, because for some reason I thought it was Tosin who was dying. So there we go. There we go. God, I'm all out of sorts today. We have Badiashile in the lineup with Colwill. We have Cucurella, Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo, Palmer. So no, so it's really interesting to see all four of these in here, and that kind of shapes up how the team's going to line up, I think. And then we have Neto and Delap. The one really interesting thing I want to talk about the bench, by the way, this is a really weird thing. No Jurgensen on the bench. So if Sanchez gets injured, or Sanchez gets sent off or something like that, we might see a Mike Pender's debut here. It could happen, because he's going to be the one that gets chosen over Slanina. I don't think Gaga will play. So that's an interesting one. So he could definitely get on the pitch, which would be nice. Let's kind of actually shrink this down, and we can put the players into positions, because there's two ways that this can really kind of be, you know, put out here. First of all, let's just get some of the. I'm gonna try and just pick out the players I see. We know Caicedo's there. We know Colwill is here. Delap, Enzo, James. Where's Badiashile? There's Badiashile. It'll be that way around. Neto. Where is Neto? Neto and Palmer and Lavia. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then Sanchez wherever he is. I'd say it's really annoying us having this black goalkeeper kit, because I can't tell the difference between the players. Usually the goalkeepers kind of stand out. So this is okay. These are the players, and there's two ways I see this kind of lining up. First of all, there's the kind of the thing which I think a lot of people that are kind of, you know, would take on face value when they see this team is that it's a 4-2-3-1 like Benfica are playing, with Palmer at right wing, right? I think a lot of people will think that this is the way that it's going to line up, and this is similar to what we kind of saw in the Flamengo game, but it didn't actually turn out to be that way. What it ended up being is that 2-2-4-2 system that everyone's raving about at the moment, because Pep Guardiola has apparently done this, and he's a genius and all that stuff. So what I actually kind of expect this to be is actually dual strikers with Neto and Delap. I think that this is kind of what we'll see with these two, and then we'll see Palmer, Enzo, and there's probably, the thing is, like, it's really confusing as well, because there's so many players here. We could probably see Palmer and Enzo as these dual 10s, right, with Caicedo and Lavia here. We could also see, you know, these two getting really high, because we know that this is kind of, again, the 2-2-4-2 thing. We could see these two getting high, or one or the other. Now, I think what's probably going to happen here, simply because of how the defenders are kind of lined up, is that James is going to stay back. We're going to see Badiashile go out to the left side, Cole will go in the centre, James stay here, Cucurella will go up high, and Caicedo, who will be on this right side, will actually push forward a little bit more to be like the kind of player that's going to be this fourth man in midfield. And it kind of makes us a little bit lopsided, but I think that that's kind of what we'll see. And obviously, when we're trying to go really, really hard on possession, James will also come up as well. But I think for the most part, it might stay as the kind of three at the back system. I think this is quite fluid, and we're going to kind of see, like, you know, how this develops. But I think that this could be something we see. Again, it really depends on whether Enzo Maresca wants to push James high or not. And I don't think he really does like doing that for the majority of the time. But yeah, I would suggest it would be some kind of this formation, which I think this personally, um, even though again this probably won't be this way because James, I don't really, to be fair, I don't really trust James that much to be on this right wing. In fact, we could actually see Palmer going wide and Caicedo coming into here with James inverting into this part of the pitch. I think that's probably more likely. Also, I haven't put this on any of my bingo things or anything, but like spoiler prediction, I reckon Caicedo probably scores. I don't know why I have a Caicedo banger loaded. Wow, there's so sorry, you guys have been talking. I've been completely ignoring you. It's weird because Palmer will play out wide without a fullback overlapping. Yeah, I mean he kind of he does that at times. The thing is, I think Palmer is way better as a wide player than people give him credit for. I think his dribbling is something that is a very underrated kind of attribute of his. So I think he can kind of, you know, handle it here. The thing which I think is going to be more interesting is kind of the way that he plays the ball, because obviously he's probably going to be playing it down this right channel for Delap to run into. And obviously Delap in this system will be up against Otamendi, and I think that that's a really good prospect for us. And he won't really be doing kind of crosses to the back post, which we all often see from a left footer on the right wing, because Neto, again, it's not really, you know, the tallest in the air. Maybe if Cucurella's in there, he might do it, because we know how good Cucurella can be in the air. But that's kind of what I imagine we see. People don't rate Palmer on the wing because he's not as electric or pacey. The thing is, though, he is. He's not really like... I think it's because he's not particularly flashy in terms of the fact that he doesn't do like, you know how like Madueke and Neto do, where they're really twitchy and they're kind of like, oh god, I'm going to quickly move this way and quickly move this way. Whereas Palmer kind of does it a bit slower, but he just does it like gets past people anyway. And again, because he's got very long strides, so when he's actually up to pace, I think he's actually much quicker than people kind of give him credit for. Someone says, Buddy Shield over Tosin is crazy work. Yeah, for real. I mean, I think it's because of rotation, really. I'm assuming Tosin probably has limited minutes in him, and he might come off. And again, that kind of lends into the idea, for me specifically, that maybe this is going to be more of a 3 than we saw against Flamengo. He's kind of Enzo learning a few kind of learning a little bit from that game, and obviously we lost that game, that maybe we need to edit this system just a little bit in order to drop one player back and be a bit more safe. And I think James coming here with Caicedo being here, and I think that might be, you know, it might be kind of this 3-2-3-2 instead, because this is a lot more balanced in my opinion. We still have the 5 up top like we normally do, we still have the 5 at the back like we normally do, obviously with Sanchez as well, and this makes it a bit more balanced having Badiashile on this left side. Admittedly, if we had Tosin, he would just play in the centre instead, and then Cole would be here, so I'm not really sure what the point is there, but you know what, I can't fault it. I can't judge Maresca at this point. He knows what he's doing. He obviously says he's been experimenting with things, so we just got to kind of trust the process, as it were. Interesting thing that I was going to bring up before as well, or I was going to bring up and I never really got onto it. Jamie Gittins is pretty much absolutely guaranteed now at this point. Love that. The thing which is great, the transfer fee, 55 million, including the add-ons. Including the add-ons, hello? 7-year deal, and apparently, again, they've kind of agreed that he's going to go for his medical, so it's pretty much confirmed. Also, very close apparently to getting Joao Pedro. I'm not particularly keen on Joao Pedro, but then again, I've got more trust in our scouts than most, I would say. I don't think they've really made too many misses in recent times anyway. So I kind of like, you know, it depends on where he's kind of tasked with playing, because I don't think he's going to play as a striker for us. I feel like that's a bit overkill, because we've already got 3, unless obviously Guiu goes out on loan, which might very well happen. I don't know if he's going to try and play as like a 10, because obviously the rumour is that he's coming in because we're trying to get rid of Nkunku. So I'm wondering if that's going to be like he's going to play as a 10 or whatever you. I'm worried that he's an Nkunku replacement. We don't need an Nkunku profile. Well, the thing is, I think we might need a little bit kind of a Nkunku profile in terms of not really an Nkunku profile. We need a replacement for that position, because Palmer can't play as a 10 every single game. Like, we're going to be playing a lot of competitions in this season. Obviously, we're going to have a shorter preseason because of the Club World Cup, so the players are going to be knackered anyway. We've obviously got Champions League games and if Palmer, for example, gets injured for some reason or gets suspended, we're going to need someone that can play in that 10. And I think that, like, I think that that's kind of the idea, is that Pedro will be coming in to either be, as Nat says, either the 10 or the left winger. What are the thoughts on the third kit? Love the third kit. I love all of our kits. Every single one of our kits are just phenomenal. They're so pretty. I will be getting all of them. Would I sign Rodgers for 80 million? Absolutely not. I would sign him. I think he's a great player, and I think he's a really good profile for the team in terms of, again, being that kind of left winger that can also be a 10 in a way. But I would not pay that much for him. Absolutely crazy. Esteval wants to play in 10, so he'll be a backup option. And Esteval will be on the right wing. I really feel like that's where he kind of shines, and I don't think he's really been given the platform to show how good he is in this tournament so far, because he has been playing in a bit of a weird position. Roger for 60 feels pushy. 80 is way too much. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I feel this again. I know football prices are inflated, and we've got 5 minutes till kickoff, so I'll switch over in a second here. But I feel like, obviously, because football prices are inflated, I would personally value him at around 45 to 50, genuinely. But like, again, as Archer says there, like, Villa probably don't want to sell him, so they'll raise the price. Inflation will raise the price. He's English, they'll raise the price. You know, the walkouts have gone out already. Okay, cool, excellent. I'll switch over in a sec. But yeah, so we got that. So I think that I want to say basically because of Gittins. I think Gittins is like such an interesting profile, and I think I'm pretty sure I've done a piece on him before on a video. Back when he was actually just referred to as Bino Gittins, he was getting the double barrel treatment, but now he's just kind of known as Jamie Gittins. He's kind of dropped that first name. I did a video on him, and I can't remember which one it was, but I think it was like five. It was one of my 5 things videos, and it was like 5 underrated like signings that we could make or something like that. I think that, like, I kind of spoke about him there, how I felt like he would be a good fit, and then it's ironic because, like, a few years later, or about a year later, we've actually ended up getting him. Thoughts on Antonio Silva? I don't really have many thoughts on Antonio Silva. I think from what I've heard, I haven't watched him particularly much because, again, I haven't watched too much of Benfica other than preparation for this game. But what I've heard about him is that he's got very good things going for him. So again, there's the centre back thing is weird as well, because we need to bring in a centre back, and there's like a few options. I saw something being rumoured recently, which I think would be a really good acquisition. That's Hincapié. I think he'd be very good, but again, he's gonna be extortionately priced. It is 2057, so I'm gonna swap over to this, and I'm also gonna change my camera because it's really dark now. It was really light before, so I changed all of the filters, and now it's too dark. There you go. We'll do that. I'm a little bit brighter now. Let's bring on this stuff. Boom. I think that's everything. Is that everything? I think that's everything I need on the screen. I don't know. There we go. Is that everything? Yeah, it should be. Okay, alerts on the side. Perfect. That should be scrolling. Hopefully that's scrolling. Okay, it's scrolling. Excellent. So I'll swap over to DAZN now. They were interviewing Andros Townsend about 20 minutes ago. Oh, there we go. We've got Sanchez in the green kit, which is interesting. Green goalkeeper kit. We haven't seen that before. Be ready with a timer. Trust me, I've been thinking about it the entire time. Literally, I've been saying in my head on repeat, timer, because I forget every single time. Do you guys wear your kit on match day? I wanted to, actually, speaking of kits, by the way, I don't know if has anyone noticed the superstitious thing that I've done, by the way, in the fact that I've changed the shirt behind me, very specifically, because this is obviously the Europa League winner shirt that we won. We won that in, was it 2018-19? I can't remember. But that's the Europa League winning shirt. The last time we faced Benfica was the Europa League final in 2013, and we won. So, you know, I'm putting my superstitions out there. I will be just a second. The game is going to kick off in a bit, but I'm actually going to turn my light on. I wondered why it was so dark, because I don't have my light on. Hopefully that's a bit better. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it will be, but hopefully that's a bit lighter and not as kind of annoying. You're wearing the 24-25 home kit. I will be wearing the 25-26 home kit at some point soon. Okay, hopefully, yeah, the chat is staying up as well, right? That's actually staying up. That's good. Okay. We need a creative midfielder with flair like Fabregas who can easily dribble, which Chelsea lacks at the moment. I think that kind of the thing is though, our creativity and our kind of trickery comes down to our wingers. I think that's very kind of the that's kind of the prerogative that we have there, where we try and get our tricky players out wide. I think Esteval will be that type of player. Want to get all three from this season? I will be getting all three from this season. I kind of guarantee that. I want every single kit. I want all the training kits. I want the goalkeeper kit. I want everything. Literally, all of our kits this season are great. There we go. I don't know if my stream is lagging a little bit behind. It says it's live, but I'm not sure. We have a Italian VAR official. We have a Spanish VAR assistant and a Polish support VAR. I don't know who the referee is, and they've gone to an advert. Of course, DAZN. They say that the game kicks off at 9, and it's 1 minute past 9, and they're showing ads. Ludicrous. No Jurgensen on the bench. No. I was saying about this before. I think it's quite interesting. If Sanchez gets carded here or gets injured or something, I think Penders makes his debut, because I just really don't think that Gaga is going to come on, and he's the only other goalkeeper on the bench. So could see a debut. That'd be fun. He's huge, by the way. Like, he was when I was doing like my kind of loan review and stuff on all of the players, I saw that he was touted as 6'7", but Sanchez is touted as 6'6", right? And he is massive in comparison to Sanchez. He's like at least 2 or 3 inches taller than him. He must be like 6'8", 6'9", somewhere around there, which is ludicrous. Love Gaga. You're from Chicago. Yeah, he played for what was the team? Chicago Fire. Was that what they're called? I don't follow MLS too much. I think it's the Chicago Fire. It's the one with the red star on it, right? It's the obviously because of Chicago being the light blue stripes, and you've got the red star on it. Yeah. He's pretty good there. He looks like a completely different person, by the way. Like when I was doing my like kind of graphics and stuff, he looks completely different now than he did like last year. He's matured a lot. Kick off, and we've started the timer, and it will be Benfica kicking off, and they're going left to right. Oh, good luck. Watching this at 3 AM is no joke. Yeah. That was us last week for the last game. It's with Trubin at the back here. They look like they're going to try and launch it long. They are going to launch it long. It's... Oh, interestingly, Colwill is like on the right side here, quite far on the right side. It's good work from Lavia to win the ball. It's Caicedo's going to launch it over the top. And Pedro Neto running in behind. Neto has actually done really well there. Ooh, good save from Trubin. Neto's actually on the right side, so he can cut onto his left foot. I thought it would be the other way around, but he's actually starting on the right of the two. And Palmer's playing on the left of the 2 10s, which is very interesting. Good start from Chelsea. That's the type of thing I was saying in my preview, is that those balls over the top are going to cause them absolute nightmares. They do have the throw, though. It's with Kirkju. Caicedo's done well to win the ball. Good touch from Palmer to control it, but it ricochets off the players. Now Arsenal's long ball from him. We'll go over the top. Cuckoo will get that easy. It's too hot for Cold Palmer. It's too hot in general. It's just too hot for everyone. Oh. Doesn't need to be this hot. We need to stop the planet from warming. Enzo Fernandez, ball over the top. Isn't accurate. Headed away. Florentino Luis. Now Antonio Silva. He's looking for a long ball again. Short ball into the midfield. And it's back to the Portuguese centre-back. And now it's weird. The formation has changed quite a lot now because Palmer's like playing on the left side of the strike force now. It's really weird. He's in an odd position. I think he's just going to give him the free roll. Offside up against who is that? I don't know who that is. I think that was Doll. Doll on the left side. One at the timer. I started the timer. Did the timer not start? What? I literally started the timer. Bro, the game screwed me over. Well, we'll start it at 3 minutes. Oh, I didn't click the update button. That's why. Ball in behind for Delap. Oh, he's taken it off him right in the last second. Again, he's gonna feast on this. He's gonna feast on this game. I feel it. All right, let's get this started now. There we go. Timer is on. I clicked play and it didn't work. Be honest with me, Saka or Foden, absolutely Saka every single day of the week. Where is it for the timer? That's going to be on the next bingo card as the timer doesn't work. Antonio Silva. Otamendi. Yeah, so it's Palmer. This is so weird. Now Romeo Lavia is playing as a right winger at this point. What's going on? This is such a weird defensive setup. We're pressing them really hard here. It's back to Trubin. You wear your Hazard shirt backwards for me. I'm not wearing a Hazard shirt, but it's there. And no, I'm not going to do that. Focusing on the game. Arsenal is going up the pitch now. It's with Di Maria on the right side. Dinks ball into the Norwegian again. Oh, he was offside by a mile, yeah. You're from America. What time is it in England right now? Right now it is about 9:10 in the evening. There it is. Check it off the bingo card. We'll check that off the bingo card at some point. Benoit Badiashile. Colwell looking for a long pass. Not going to happen. It's now Cole Palmer at left back. Colwell in the centre again. Yeah, so it does look like in the possession we are staying with the 3 centre-backs. Reece James up to Pedro Neto on the right side. Who's been taken off the ball relatively fairly. Long ball out to Di Maria, who's tackled by Cucurella excellently well, and it's now with Cole Palmer. Cucurella again. Goes all the way back to Badiashile. Now to James on the other side. Pedro Neto on the right. Really, really wide on the right side. He gets past one. Can't get past the other. Here's Enzo. Back to Colwell. Badiashile. Now we've got control of the ball, and Benfica are going to do what they did against Bayern and sit back and try and absorb that pressure. It's back with Big Ben. Cole Palmer at left back once more. Colwell. Romeo Lavia gets away from the pressure excellently well. Cole Palmer. Takes it past one, takes it past two. He's clearly fouled, but the referee has said no. Ball up to the left wing. And now it's back with Samuel Dahl. Poor ball from him, though, and it goes back to Caicedo. It's Enzo. Pedro Neto on the right side. He's one-on-one versus Samuel Dahl. He'll take him on easily. Round the outside. Wins a corner. Good work. I realized that I don't have, when I have the stream up, I don't have my logo on the screen. If I had my logo on the screen, I wonder if that would not happen as much. Well, I'll put that on there next time. Short corner. It's Reece James. Good work from Palmer to play it through to Cucurella, who was at the short corner, but it's gone. The flag has gone up for offside. With Orsnes out on the right hand side. Gone back to Barreiro. Otamendi to Silva. Florentino. Good work from Reece James to head it back to Sanchez. Quite comfortable. Benfica not really troubling us with those balls over the top so far. His Caicedo is the deepest midfielder right now. Lavia back to the Ecuadorian. It's Badiashile. Lavia to Enzo. Oh, Liam Delap made a really good run there, but Enzo didn't spot him. Caicedo will spear the ball out left to Cucurella, who's in behind here. Doesn't opt to whip the ball in, instead tries to play it back to Palmer. He's not on the same wavelength, and it goes back to the red team. Colwell with a long ball. Neto will get on the end of this, you know. He's quick enough. Enzo Fernandez into the box. Oh, it's a really good ball to the back post. No one's there. It's still alive, though. Cucurella will get it. It's Palmer whipped it in across, and Trubin saves that pretty comfortably. Have you watched any of the non-CWC games? I watched a little tiny bit of the... Obviously, after watching the... I've watched a few of the games after the fact, because obviously I've had to for research for in this specific group, and for obviously for Benfica as well. But in terms of actually watching them live, most of the games have been on at the same time as Chelsea games, or I just haven't had the time. I definitely watched one of the... I watched one of the Palmeiras games. I can't remember who they played. Who did they play on the first... They played on their first fixture. I watched Palmeiras' first fixture because I wanted to see Esteval. I can't remember who they played. It was like Inter Miami or something. Oh, I don't know. It wasn't. No, that was the... It was a Porto game we won. I think Inter Miami was their second fixture. Here's Di Maria. Otamendi. Oh, it's a risky pass to Arsenal, but it makes it out there. Benoit Badiashile intercepts the pass, but can't get his feet correct, and it goes out for a throw. Taking a long time over this throw. Goes into Pavlidis, but he's been taken off the ball by Badiashile very well. Oh, and then Badiashile's made a mistake. It's a good tackle from Colwell to rescue his blushes, though. Cucurella gives it away. It's Dahl. Sheldrup. Good tackle from Reece James, as ever, to stop the left winger, or the right winger, rather. No, the left winger, rather. The winger that's on the right side of our defence. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. Long ball from Florentino Luis goes out for a goal kick, I believe. Be interesting to see if Sanchez tries to go longer here or not. Good ball from Badiashile. Hold up play from Liam Delap is excellent. Does well to get it back to Caicedo. And it's going to go all the way back now. Here's James. We need to be trying to feed that ball into Lavia in the centre a bit more, where he can kind of turn. Good work from Caicedo and Palmer. Great turn out to Cucurella on the left side. Delap's going to get in the box here. It's drilled across by Cucurella, but no one's there. It's a good touch from Samuel Dahl to take it away from Pedro Neto at the back post. It's Kurtju. Sheldroop's been tracked beautifully well by pretty much our entire team, and it's gone all the way back to the goalkeeper. Di Maria to Wrexham. Now, Delap made the run to the front post. I think Cuckoo needs to put it into the box earlier. He kind of delays, and it then obviously goes through. Good work from Pavlidis to hold the ball up here. Here he is again. It's Angel Di Maria, who's moved over to this kind of central 10 now. Sheldroop back to him. Good work from Reece James. He's asking Sanchez to come for the ball. That's so risky. God, James just needs to clear that, man. You can't be doing that in your own box. Good ball out from Sanchez though. Here comes Cucurella on the left side. Game's got a lot of pace to it so far, 13 minutes in. It's Caicedo. Oh. Interesting idea, but it didn't work. Back to the Ecuadorian. And Buddy Ashil now. We are definitely playing a 3-2-5 at this point. It's very much a midfield 2 with Lavia and Caicedo rather than one of them being the deeper of the two. Yeah, I'm pretty confident, to be fair. I feel like we've kind of seen what the game plan is. As long as we don't make mistakes ourselves, I don't think that Benfica will be able to score against us. We've got to just stay kind of diligent. It's Pedro Neto. Whip the ball into Delap. It's a good flick on, but Palmer's not kind of wise to it. Good work from Cucurella to get the ball, and Di Maria falls to the floor and the referee gives a foul. Let's take a look at this again, shall we? I don't think he really touches him. He kicks the ball away and doesn't get the man at all. Absolute farcical refereeing. That's Di Maria diving on the bingo card already. It took him a quarter of an hour. Di Maria is still down. He's got up now. He's going to be taking the set piece, I'd imagine. He's moved away from it. They're just going to push all their players up for a centre back to take this instead. Kirkju. Lofted ball over the top for Pavlidis, and it's easily dealt with by Levi Colwell. Again, they're not going to get any change out of that. Reece James, great ball into Enzo Fernandez. It's Pedro Neto on the right side now. Caicedo. Long ball from him to the left wing to where Cucurella was making a run in behind. It's a little bit overcooked though, and it goes out for a goal kick. We are doing kind of what I've sorry, I just saw that message. That's really funny. We are doing what I kind of suggested in my preview, just to play the ball over the top all the time. Colwell has apparently fouled Pavlidis here. They've given a free kick for it. It doesn't look like anything in that, to be fair. Antonio Silva. Closed down by Cole Palmer here. Luis needs to be careful not to give it to Enzo. Back with Ruben. Not really forcing the issue here. Dinked ball into the midfield is won by Badiashile really easily. Caicedo gets it up to Cole Palmer. Cucurella. And Palmer again. He's going to go to the byline here. Whip it in across the front. Oh my god, it's gone all the way across the 6-yard box and not a single player has gone for it. There needs to be someone there, man. That's crazy. That's the second time that's happened. I think hopefully we'll fix it now. Caicedo wins the ball. Enzo Fernandez on the edge of the box. Cucurella. He's going to whip it to the back post where Pedro Neto is waiting. Heads it back to Enzo Fernandez. Oh, good block. Otamendi blocking the shot from his international teammate. Corner though. Wonder if we'll be taking this one short or not. I would, if I was Enzo Maresca and Bernardo Cueva in the set piece team, I'd be putting Cole Palmer on this corner and I'd be whipping the ball to the back post where Badiashile is waiting, because that is where they've been vulnerable. Instead, we take it short. Here's Caicedo. Palmer on the right side. Here's James now. Good opportunity to cross. Doesn't take it. Palmer again. Left-footed whipper to the back post, and Colwell can't get on the end of it. Right idea. A little bit poor execution. I would have liked to have seen Reece whip that in, to be fair. It's out with Arsenal's already. Silva. We're pressing high here. We're not letting them pass it out as easy as they would like. Otamendi tries to get it to number 21. He's done well there to actually get past Lavia. It's Luis. Tackled by Enzo, who's then thrown to the floor. Lavia wins it back. Good work from him. Great ball from him as well. Up top here. Here comes Neto on the right wing. Switches it into Liam Delap. Oh, he's tried to get that to Palmer. It's gone to Cucurella, who's done really well. Oh, it's cleared off the line by Otamendi. Oh no, I think it was Antonio Silva actually. Really, really good save from him. It's Cucurella that was so similar to the one he scored in the Conference League, where he shifted it onto his right foot and then scored. He tried to do the same thing there. Here's Caicedo. Reece James to Pedro Neto on the right wing. We're getting closer and closer. Reece again. Enzo Fernandez turns, gets it to Romeo Lavia, into Delap, who's fouled on the edge of the box, and the referee gives absolutely nothing. It's going to be one of those games. I can feel it. Poor ball from the number 8, Arsenal, and he's given it to Cole Palmer. Goes to the byline, cuts it. Oh, tries to take the shot at the near post. Trubin was wise to it, I think, or did it hit the post? I think Trubin saves it. Yeah. I said back in my high school when I used to play I said this last stream, we had these like cages where you could play football on. They were AstroTurf. Like the amount of like horrible, like it's like that trampoline burn you get from the rubber. It's awful. Hate it. Absolutely awful. It will be a corner. Pedro Neto is on it, and he will be delivering the outswinger here. Referee is blown up for something. Oh, short corner taken. Pedro Neto gets it to Caicedo. He's done really well to get it back to him. And now to Cucurella. Whips it in. Ooh, cleared out by Orsnus. Cole Palmer on the left side. Chance to whip it in. Does whip it in. Right to the back post. And it's headed out again. That's a clean tackle from Caicedo. And it's the referee's booked him for it. Or not booked him, but like, you know, called it. This referee is having a mare already. Oh, so close from Cucurella. Yeah, the referee quality has not been the greatest of this tournament. It's a fantastic save from Trubin, by the way. This guy's crazy. So far in this tournament, he's been really, really good. Here's Arsenal's. Silva up to Doll. And now it's Pavlidis, they've given a foul again, man. This referee is off his rocker. Anytime they get touched, he's blowing up for us. And every time we get touched, he's not doing anything. It's ridiculous. I'm not in swearing territory yet, but it's going to be getting there soon. Long ball from Otamendi. Goes all the way to Di Maria on the right side. Great touch from him. Up against Cucurella, 1v1. He's offside. He wouldn't have got past him anyway. Sanchez to Colwell. 22 minutes gone. It's Caicedo. Back to Benoit Badiashile. Lavia. We are trying to get that situation where we can get it to Lavia in the middle and get him to turn, but they're really sticking to him. Caicedo. Here's James. He's going to go out wide to Enzo Fernandez. He's going to play the ball over the top for Neto, but it's gone off the pitch. Barreiro. Up to Di Maria. Back to the Luxembourg international. And here's Otamendi. Trying to walk it out from the back. Bad touch from the number 20. That's never a foul, man. Come on. I mean, maybe it is. Can we see a second view? His shoe has come off, so maybe he did clip him, but I feel like that's probably after he's actually won the ball. The commentators are even talking about it. Andros Townsend on colour commentary is talking about the referee being a bit eager to blow his whistle. They're not showing it again, which is a bit silly. Whipped in by Di Maria. It goes straight into the hands of Sanchez, and it was almost like he didn't even try. Good throw out by Sanchez to Cucurella. Our team is not getting up the pitch fast enough for a counter-attack, though. Here's Cole Palmer. Lavia to James. He'll go out wide to Pedro Neto. Back to James. Now Badiashile. Good ball inside to Caicedo. Good ball inside to Liam Delap. His touch is a little bit heavy and he loses the ball. But the ball in return has gone straight back to Levi Colwell. Benoit Badiashile. Inside to Caicedo. He really needs to turn there. Good ball from Caicedo through the lines. It's Lavia who tries to get the ball to Delap. He's not going to get the air there, though. He was a little bit slow to it. Good press from Enzo Fernandez here. Arsenal's. Back to Silva. And back again. Ball in the middle. Tackle from Enzo. It's come off the Benfica player and the referees have got a really good eye there. Well done. Chelsea throw on the left side. Players do seem to be slowing down a little bit in the heat. Ironically, the referee that we had in the ES Tunis game that we won was actually pretty good. At least in the second half he was. Reece James. Caicedo whips the ball out to Cucurella. Back to Benoit Badiashile. Pedro Neto is free on the right side if we can switch it out to him. That's where the ball is going to look to go, I think, with James. Nope. Badiashile. Palmer. Caicedo. It's Colwell again. good patient play here from Chelsea. Reece James up to Caicedo again. Enzo Fernandez has made the run. It's taken the ball, the defender away from Neto, who's free on the right side. The ball goes out to him. Here's Reece James for a whipper to the back post, and it's Cucurella. Oh, he's so close. So close to getting on the end of that. That's the type of thing we need to be doing. Oh yeah, Boca Benfica had 2 red cards, and I think one of the staff got red carded as well from the Boca bench. It's Antonio Silva. Arsenal's into the middle, and Lavia's won the ball. It's really lucky that it doesn't fall to a Chelsea player. Benoit Badiashile does really well with the long ball, and it's back to Sanchez. Good ball over the top from Badiashile, and Palmer just can't get on the end of it. Oh, they nearly given it back to him. They're being a bit shaky here under the pressure at times. We need to be kind of trying to capitalise on that. Here's Arsenal on the right side. Boredo. Back to Silva. They've pushed their fullbacks really high here. Big ball out to Samuel Dahl. And he's not going to win it because Reece James is there. And Pedro Neto has played it off the pitch quite sillily. And they have also just done the same thing, so no harm, no foul. Well, yeah. So one of the reasons why Di Maria dives is on the bingo card is because he's dived about 3 times and gotten away with it every single time. 2 of them have been given as penalties. It's just ridiculous. That's why it was on there. Throw in goes to Caicedo, who is fouled, and it's a the referee's pointed to the byline. Oh, for a drinks break. Okay. I thought he was pointing for a substitution. I was scared then. He has 3 goals this tournament. They're all been pens. Yeah. As a Tunisian, you guys ruined all hope for us. I do apologise. I think you guys played pretty well in the in both of your first games. So you didn't really play the same way against us, and I kind of predicted you guys to play a bit more what's the word? A bit more aggressively than you did. I think that's kind of why it made it a little bit easier for us, because you weren't as aggressive as you were in the other 2 games. I said your goalkeeper was really, really good for the most part. Di Maria looks like a gremlin. No comment. I'm not going to judge people on looks. I will judge people on their character, and I think he is a diving bellend, so I can say that instead. PSG versus Miami is going to be really good tomorrow. I think this tournament is shaping up to be like really, really good from kind of both sides of the brackets. Like most of the kind of some of the big teams have kind of got on the opposite end of the bracket. So obviously you've got like Bayern and PSG on one side, you've got Man City and Chelsea on the other side. We'll see Flamengo get clapped by Bayern tomorrow. I'm not that spiteful, and I'm not that like bitter about it, but like the way that I had people coming into my stream and being like really horrible to about it when they beat us, I can't wait to see them get slapped. I can't wait for them to be crying on Twitter. They're all going to be crying on Twitter. It's going to be great. Animated team talk from Bruno Lage. The referees are trying to get the players back on the pitch and they're just refusing. We're already on the pitch, mate. We just want to play. Yeah, I think that's kind of that's the way that most fan bases are, to be fair. Like I feel like people that the regulars that kind of go to games and stuff aren't as bad as the kind of very large vocal minority that are online. I'd say that applies to the Chelsea fan base too. Some of the people I talk to on Twitter and in this fan base are absolute, like, I don't even know how to describe them. Here's Romeo Lavia though. We've kicked off again. Pedro Neto, ball in behind for Enzo Fernandez. He will get on the end of it. He's doubled up on, and he wins the throw in. Oh, he tries to take it quickly, but it's blocked off. Back to Reece James, the captain, and Caicedo. Benfica. Oh, great ball in for Palmer. He's going to take a strike, and Trubin saves it. I think it deflected and took the sting off it. I was about to say that Benfica are sitting back a little bit more on that kind of resumption of play. They were very much in two banks of like four there. Oh, good work from Cucurella to win the ball, and the referee, despite him being clearly fouled and everyone in the stadium stopping, other than the referee, he hasn't given it, and now here come Benfica. Good work from Reece James to get it off Sheldroop. Here's Liam Delap. We've got a 4v3 here. Ball over the top from Liam Delap is going to go to Palmer. He's not going to get on the end of it. Wasn't a very technical pass there. He didn't need to do that either. That's a horror challenge from Florentino Luis, by the way, on Cucurella. It's a bad one. The fact that he hasn't given that. This ref is a nutcase, genuinely a nutcase. I'm currently too hot to lose my rag at him at the moment. Once it cools down in the second half, I might get a bit angry, I can't lie. I'd be more annoyed if we weren't in, like, absolute control of this game. Colwill wins the ball. Here's Lavia, who's been fouled. Good work from him. As effort under pressure. That's yellow red if it had been Jackson. I mean, it's low enough, I would suggest, for it to not have to be a yellow, but it is a bit dangerous. It's his first bad challenge, so understand the leniency, but it needs to be called as a foul at least. Caicedo to Reece James and Enzo Fernandez. The Benfica team just seems to have slowed down so much in comparison to us. Here's Pedro Neto up against Barreiro, who's gone to the wide area to help defend his fullback. Here's Colwill. Every man behind the ball for Benfica now. Badiashile into Caicedo. He's going to play the ball over the top for Palmer. Oh, it's so close to going through to him. It's a good work from Antonio Silva, I think that is, to get in the way. It's Arsenal's. Long ball from the Norwegian up to Bro, what did I just say? Sheldroop. And he heads off the pitch. It's gone straight back to Chelsea possession. As has the majority of the game, to be fair. Levi Colwill. Here's Romero Lavia. Enzo Fernandez plays the ball over the top for Liam Delap. He's going to get on the end of it. He does really well. Oh, he just loses where the ball is. I think he's actually been hit in the head there by something. I think a stray arm has hit Liam in the face. Not enough for it to be a penalty or anything, but I think he gets a poke in the eye. That's that connection, that Enzo Delap link up we've been seeing. Here is Enzo on the ball again. Pedro Neto. Lavia. Back to Fernandez. Levi Colwill, who's on the front end of the centre circle here. We are really pushed up high. Pedro Neto is free on the right side here if we can get it to him. It's a bit too slow moving the ball. Good ball from James into Caicedo, who wins the ball well in the centre. Lavia, great ball in behind for Cucurella. Great save. A fantastic save from the goalie. That's absolutely insane, that is. Arguably, maybe Cucurella should have sweated that across. Fantastic save, though. He's been incredible this tournament, genuinely. It's Caicedo. Fernandes. Benoit Badiashile, who's high on the left side. Back to Reece James. Out to Neto. He looks like he's probably going to take on his man here. He does. Inside or outside? It's inside. It's a whipped ball to the back post where Cucurella gets on the end of it, and he's... Oh, good work from Ben to get back, but he can't get the ball on. He can't keep the ball on the pitch, rather. It'll be a throw to Benfica on the left side. Here's Kirkju. Dahl back to Otamendi. Sheldrup has... I don't think Reece was anywhere near him and he's gone to the floor. Ball over the top is a good one, though. And Dahl has done a really hospital touch and it's gone out for a goal kick. Nah, Cuckoo. The shooting is the right decision there for Cuckoo. That's a crazy save. Genuinely. Just makes himself really big and just hard to get past. Levi Colwill. Caicedo over the top for Liam Delap. Battling with Antonio Silva. He will win the ball here. And he can't keep the ball on, unfortunately. He's scrapping out there, Liam, I tell you that. 40 minutes nearly on the clock. We will be kind of remiss not to be ahead in this half. I think we've played way better. We've had the majority of the control of the game. It would be nice to go into half-time with a lead. Here is Trubin. Long ball from him. Over the top, Benoit Badiashile wins the ball easily. Here's Caicedo on the turn. Oh, his pass is... He plays the pass blind and it's a poor one. But luckily, Reece James is there to win the ball back. How many times have I said that this game? Pedro Neto on the right side. Into Romeo Lavia. Does well to escape the pressure, and it's back to Badiashile. Palmer on the left side. Ball in behind for Cucurella. Whips it across. No one's there. It needs to be on the floor, man. Oh, he needs to look. He didn't get his head up and actually see if there was anyone in the box. Yeah, unfortunately Jackson can't play because he's suspended, but there we are. he can't play in this game, but he can play in the next one. Is that type of game though? Maybe Guiu maybe Guiu comes off the bench and can do something as well. I'd really like to see at some point us play with two strikers and play Guiu and Delap up top. I think that'd be an absolute nightmare for defenders. You keep pulling blind crosses, yeah. Mark Guiu game winner 89th minute. I'd go mental for that, honestly. I love that kid. He's great. Here's Levi Colwill. Direct ball up to Liam Delap is a good one, but again, he plays the ball blind. He doesn't think about what he's doing. The rest played advantage for a foul here, and here come Benfica down the left side. Kirkju up to Pavlidis. Lovely ball in, and Caicedo gets there. Beautiful work. And Fiorentino Luis has kicked off the pitch. Any idea if there's extra time in this competition? I would imagine so. I don't know if it goes straight to pens or not, but there's obviously it is knockouts, so it's not like 2 legs or anything. So I'd imagine there's. Imagine there's extra time. It's Benoit Badiashile. Robert Sanchez. Haven't said his name very often in this game, which is a good thing. I don't want to be. Ball from him to Badiashile is good, and Badiashile just doesn't react to it, and it goes off the pitch. Palmeiras versus Botafogo went to extra time. Okay. Caicedo out here getting whiplashed at defender. Absolutely. Kirkjuice giving the ball away. Enzo Fernandez. He's been fouled. And the referee's actually given a foul for once. Good job. Well done. Enzo is not very happy about that one. Here's Levi Colwill. Here's Cole Palmer. Wants to play the ball down to Cucurella, but he can't. Cucurella, rather Palmer at left back at this point. Colwill. Badiashile. Back to Sanchez. Back to Colwill again. We need a penetrating pass here. There it is from Caicedo into Lavia. And he gets it to Palmer. Does well to get past Arnaus out to Cucurella. And back to the number 10. Levi Colwill, who's stepped up really, really high here now. Caicedo. We're staying patient, which is good. Badiashile. Pedro Neto is free on the right side if someone can get the ball to him. Here's Reece James. And now Pedro Neto. Forced to go back though. Levi Colwill. Good ball into Caicedo. Tries to turn but can't. Here's Badiashile. He needs to be a bit braver there, Caicedo, I think. Here comes Lavia. Spears the ball into Fernandez and it's unable to be controlled and it's fallen for Truben. Good ball from Antonio Silva and Barreiro holds it up for the left winger who's going to be running in against Reece James. Good work from James to block the cross, or block the shot rather. Arnaus. Silva again. 3 added minutes the referee has held up. Plenty of time for us to get a goal if we can get the ball back here. It's Kokchu. Otamendi. Samuel Dahl doing really well. Losing the ball though. Here's Caicedo. It's a bad tackle on, or a bad collision between Caicedo and the number 19 here. I think they're both really hurt. I think it might just be a collision of knees or something, but Caicedo looks really, really badly hurt here. I think it's a collision of knees. I'm hoping it's a collision of knees. Yeah. Oh, it's a nasty one. That's a really. I don't know if you can really blame either player for that either, because it's just kind of coming together, which is unfortunate. But like, that's a horror tackle. Caicedo injured. GG. Post season's over. Andre Santos or Asugo comes in. His knee inverted in that challenge, which is really, really bad. Oh, it's just before half time as well. That's really annoying. It'll be interesting to see if VAR is looking at this for the record, because like that, if he has had to come off, like that could be deemed as dangerous play. I don't think it will be, but he is up on his feet, which is a good thing. If it was a serious problem, he would not be standing so quickly. I think he'll be okay. I imagine he might because obviously it's half time coming up. I wonder if they might rest him for the rest of the game or the rest of the half. No need to risk him. He seems okay. Cool. Thank goodness he's so hypermobile that didn't really affect him as much. He's Kirkju. He's now come back on the pitch. Still looking a little laboured though. Here's Antonio Silva. Trubin. Long ball from the Ukrainian. Pavlidis with a good knock on, but he'll fall to Kukurea pretty easily. Not sure how much time we've got because we've gone through the 3 minutes, but most of that was with Caicedo on the floor. So here goes Badiashile. And Colwell. I think we're just trying to see this through to half time. James up to Enzo Fernandez. Switch ball from Reece James. It's Kukurea. He'll get on the end of this, you know. Good touch from him. Great ball into Cole Palmer. Oh, blocked, and it's a corner. It's Antonio Silva again, man. He's actually kind of nuts. Someone asked me earlier what I thought of him. My opinion of him has drastically increased over the course of this half. He's been absolutely bloody everywhere. In-swinger from Cole Palmer is coming. Oh no, Pedro Neto rather. Signal goes up. Signal goes down. Ball whipped into the near post, and it's cleared by Florentino Luis, rather. And that's the half-time whistle. Not the kind of half that we were hoping for, to be fair, but you know, relatively comfortable half for us, but just not really getting ahead. This is unfortunate. There you go. Gonna have to nick their keeper on FC25 for real. Career mode legend right there. Let's see what Twitter is saying in the meantime. I said I would personally. I don't know if again I don't really know the extent of Caicedo's injury there. If he's just been said, "Oh, just run it off for the last few minutes." Personally, if he has got any kind of inkling of an injury, I'd take him off. I don't want him getting injured at all. I said, pretty. It's one of those games where it's just like slightly better finish or a slightly kind of like bit more of luck will probably be ahead here. So they haven't really actually, you know, what's the word? They haven't really actually kind of threatened us at all. They've just been kind of playing aimless long balls, and Badiashile's been cleaning them up. I'm actually going to go and check the stats of the game. Let's see. Let's see who is getting the thing. Like, wow, if you look at the what's it called? It's like the momentum, the attack momentum thing. It is all blue. It's literally just all Chelsea. There's like basically nothing for Benfica. Antonio Silva and Trubin are the highest rated players on their team, as expected. For Chelsea, it's Cucurella and Romeo Lavia, who are the highest rated for us. Oh, the referee is Slovenian, I believe. Slovenian, Slovakian, one of the two. Right? The flag is too small for me to be able to tell the difference. It's actually kind of crazy. This is crazy. They have not had basically any of the ball. They have 39% possession. We've created one more big chance. We've had 5 more shots. They've had 3 more goalkeeper saves with 4. We've had 4 corners. They've had 0. They've had 7 fouls against them. We've only had 3. Of course, that's the way it goes. And obviously we have more tackles as well. It's just ridiculous. 1-0 win, 76-minute winner from Delap. I got the script, for real. Every time they get the ball, we get it back in like 5 seconds. Yeah, it's because, as I said, it's kind of one of those things where we're forcing them to go long because they can't play it short. And we're pressing so well. And then, like, we do this all the time with Tosin because he's really good at this, but we've kind of replaced him with Badiashile for this game. But, like, as soon as the ball goes over the top, it's just like, we have a 6'5" centre-back there. It's like, you're not going to get the ball. Yeah, I think we've controlled the game pretty well. We've not let it go out of hand. Apart from that one kind of, you know, little bit of a weird moment with James and Sanchez in the first half, I think, like, we've been pretty good. Not really worried at all. I said I'll start getting worried if we get into, like, you know, 75th minute and we still haven't scored, but I don't think that'll happen. Tosin long shot needed as well, for real. Who breaks the deadlock? Kind of hoping for Palmer. Oh, here's my wild prediction. Who's gonna break the deadlock? Pedro Neto. It'll be Pedro Neto. It'll be Palmer plays through Cucurella, cut back to the back post, and oh, thank you for the £1 super chat. I don't know if that was a super chat or a super thanks, but there wasn't any chat associated with it. But thank you, Bradley. I appreciate that. But no, yeah, cut back from Cucurella to the back post and Pedro Neto taps it in. That's my prediction for that. Can I send? There we go. I can like those things. I know there's a lot of features that that YouTube is slowly kind of rolling out to creators. And I haven't got some of them yet. One of them that I did get like today, and I posted about this, is now I think you guys can post in the community tab on your own, like make your own posts, like it's a hey guys, I had eggs for breakfast this morning or something. So sorry, there's an interview from Cucurella. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit so I'm not distracted. One of the other things is apparently there's this thing that some people have got where you can respond to comments with voice notes, and I think that is so funny. I'd love to have that, or I just, like, you know, I wouldn't take it seriously and I wouldn't actually respond to people in the, like, traditional way of like, oh hi, this is what I think, blah blah. I'd probably just, like, get a soundboard out and just play some random noise back. Fofana and Antonio Silva swap. Oh, this is gonna be controversial. I would actually say yes to that, like, probably, because, like, for me, I just don't trust Wesley Fofana to stay fit. I don't trust him because he's, like, proven in the past that he doesn't want to take time for his recovery. He keeps, like, rushing back to things and not really letting himself heal. And if he keeps doing that, I feel like it's a waste of time just even bothering having him around. I'd rather get rid of him sooner so we can get some resale value than later. But as I said, if he can get over his injuries, then I'll keep him. He's phenomenal when he's fit. Can I do this? Yeah, I can do this. Can I pin this? Okay, there we go. Oh, you know, that is so close from going in from Palmer, by the way. It's you know, it's really similar. It's reminiscent of his 4th goal versus Brighton when he scored those 4 goals against Brighton. It was really similar to that, but Trubin was actually wise to it. It's another good save from Trubin on Cucurella as well. He's crazy. I'll take Neto again. He's been on fire scoring wide this comp. Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, we've got Miguel John Obi on the panelists for the zone. Don't mention strikers to him, please. He'll go off on a tangent. Oh, he's just mentioned Liam Delap. Oh no, here comes he's gonna mention Osimhen, man. Why did you bring up strikers? Number one podcaster. I think you'll find that I have now posted one singular podcast on my channel, and I'm taking that crown for myself because I back myself. I need more podcast topics, to be fair. I need to do that. Oh my god, there's another £2 super chat from Bradley, and it says, is it going to do text to speech? I don't know. It's supposed to be an Australian guy. Where's my Australian guy? I don't know if it's playing because I don't know if I've got monitor on, but it says, love your videos, been watching since the 2023-24 season. Thank you, I appreciate you so much. Again, for the second donation in the stream. It's pretty funny you say like we're watching since the 2023-24 season. Like, I don't know if I kind of let this on particularly much as a creator, but like I'm really receptive and I'm really like, what's the word? What is the word? I'm very cognizant. That's the word I'm trying to look for. I'm very cognizant of like the people that have been around for absolutely ages. Like I know you guys that have been around for ages, because not only do I just remember it, but I get, and you can't see this, but I get these little like icons next to people's names, and it's like this person has received like a certain amount of hearted comments and stuff from me. I know Archer, I'm pretty sure you're one of them as well. That's got that. I'm trying to think of other people. Nat has probably got that as well. Crimson definitely has that as well. Loads of them. Opinions on Blue Coat trying to buy Sporting. I think that buying a Portuguese team would be great, if I'm being honest. I think that's a really good league for players that can develop, because again, it's similar. I put it akin to the Brazilian league in the way that it's quite physical. Parasocial relationship. Me and Mono are besties. Christ. I'm not even going to talk about that, but I do have this, and again, like, I'm obviously very appreciative of anyone that ever interacts with my content in any way, regardless of it, whether it's a person just being normal or a person being a bit over the top. And there are some people that have been in my comments that are like, that do talk to me like they have known me for like 10 years, and I do find it quite funny because I'm like, bruv, I've never seen you in my comment section ever before. Why are you talking to me like this? But no, I do. As I said, I do appreciate you guys. You guys are all my friends in a weird way. My first stream was Feeling Blue 2024 Carabao Cup final. I think I've watched a lot since then. Carabao Cup final was who was that between? It was us and was it City? Or was it Liverpool? I can't remember. Bro, my memory is terrible. I try and forget as much of that Poch season as possible. Was it Liverpool? Oh yeah, it was the one Van Dijk scored a late winner, didn't he? Oh, ew, disgusting. Oh, that's a good segue. Speaking of Liverpool defenders, what are you guys' opinions on Milos Kerkez coming out and saying that he thinks that Andy Robertson's the best left back the Premier League has ever seen? Because I think that is so funny. First of all, I don't think Milos Kerkez really even knew who Andy Robertson was when he joined the Premier League. First of all, second of all, I just like, come on. Like, really, I'm a Scotsman, right? So I really like Robbo. I do think he's a great player. He's obviously been Scotland captain for bloody ages, but like, come on, like, he's just not the best Premier League left back ever, is he? Really? You should make a Chelsea career mode and start make videos on it. I have very much considered that and when I say consider it, I don't mean just like, oh yeah, I've thought about it. I mean like I've genuinely thought like, okay, got past the initial thinking that can be a thing I can do phase. And I've kind of thought about ways of doing it. I'm a person that doesn't really want to do like career modes and stuff because I'm a bit like, I play career mode in a really weird way. In that, like, I always want to set myself like a task. Like, for example, oh, I'm only allowed to use Portuguese speaking players, like people from countries that speak Portuguese. So, like, for example, taking players from Angola, you know, or obviously Portugal, Brazilians, that type of thing. Or like, I'll make a team where it's like, oh, every single person in my team, every single position has to be over 6'2". I just I just don't like take it seriously enough, and I don't delve into like doing the youth stuff because it just takes too long. I'm too impatient. Have we signed Gittins? We absolutely have. Well, not officially, but it's pretty much confirmed. Yeah. Um. Do I play Football Manager? No. I want to see again. Football Manager is one of those things where I feel like I have played it in the past, but again, I never really got into it because like. I am a person that really values whenever I'm playing a football game, I really value like gameplay and how smooth gameplay is. And obviously with manager like simulators and stuff like that, you don't get that. I have always said I think the best football game that could ever be created is having the gameplay of FIFA, even though again it can be quite bad at times, or EAFC as they're now calling it, with the kind of career mode aspects of Football Manager. Like if you could somehow make the two things the same or like one, bring them together, then that would be the best football game ever made. But like obviously this EA are not competent enough to make a game mode that in depth, and Football Manager's like so in depth that they don't really have the resources to put it into the actual gameplay. I don't think it would fit the challenge, to be fair. Well, this is the thing. I'm like I said, my thing which I kind of do want to do is, and I've given this consideration. I want to do like a kind of like, you know, like a poor man's Evo to Glory type series at some point, and whether that's on this channel or if I make a separate channel for it or not, I don't know. And my brain is going, I should make like a Brazilian team where again I'm not allowed to use like, you know, not allowed to use like FIFA points or anything. I wouldn't do that anyway because I don't want to give EA any money, to be fair. But like, you're not allowed to use any FIFA points. You're not really allowed to like open packs unless you've earned them from rewards or from SBCs or whatever. And then I'm only allowed to use like Brazilian players. And the one player that I'll actually buy and have in my team as like the star would be Estival. And then like you could just put like Evos on Estival, and that would kind of be like it. Like, oh, if you get like, you know, get a hat trick of Estival, he gets an upgrade or something like that. They should make a FIFA Football Manager Club Penguin link up. Who real ones remembered when we flipped that iceberg. Real ones remembered. Real ones remembered when we did the spy missions and stuff. The man, again, I don't really remember. I've said this before because of certain like CPTSD and stuff. Like I don't really remember my childhood. There's one thing I do remember about my childhood is going on Club Penguin and pretending to be a pizza, like a dude that made pizza in the pizza place. I don't know why I remember that. I was always like, yes, I guess it's just because I'm a fat bastard and I just love pizza. I said, tell you, I cannot wait until my holiday in August. I told you before I'm going to America. I've confirmed that I'm now going in August, which is nice. We finally got that sorted out. And as soon as my holiday starts, I'm off keto for the first time in literal months, and it's going to be so good. Cole Palmer definitely played Club Penguin. You know what? I genuinely believe that like he wouldn't know what that is. I genuinely think if you sat him down in an interview room and said, "Hey, have you ever played Club Penguin?" He'll be like, "What?" He just wouldn't know what it is. He'd have no clue. I don't think, to be honest, I don't even know if that's like, again, maybe I'm showing my age here. Bloody hell, you guys are gonna start calling me Unc again. But like, I don't feel like Club Penguin was like around in full force as much when Palmer was like a child that would be playing those type of online games. And plus, obviously, he's a footballer. He's just probably out in the garden playing football all day. Cole Palmer's response to everything is what? Probably his first word, to be fair. Yeah. The players are now walking out for the second half. We'll remember to do the timer, and hopefully it actually works this time. I don't get cucked. Is there any substitutions? No, and the Caicedo is on the pitch, so it doesn't seem to be a big issue for him. everyone that started the game is still on, I believe. Yeah. There are a few players warming up, though. I'm not sure who they are. One of them is Dewsbury Hall. Other one was Trevor Chalobah, I think. Oh, there is a substitution for Benfica. The number 17 is coming off, or 17 is coming on rather. He's coming on for Shelderup, who didn't really get much change out of Reece James in that half, as normal people don't really. Normal people don't really ever get past James, to be fair. Palmer was a Moshi Monsters addict. That is, I don't know if you guys know the sub. Oh, I fucked it. I got distracted. Oh, fuck. Hang on. We'll do it at 46. We'll do it at 46. I forgot. Ugh, man, I got distracted by the Moshi Monsters. Goddamn. Ball over the top for Liam Delap. Falls straight to Trubin. Chelsea with a high press already. It's Samuel Dahl trying to get the ball out. Pavlidis held the ball up really, really well there. Ball in behind is not very good though, and Caicedo will mop this up very nicely. Here's Sanchez. Try to pronounce their sub's name challenge. I probably could. I'm assuming he's Turkish, I think, but I don't know. I haven't seen it written down, so I wouldn't know. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. 46. Please actually work. Okay, it did. Thank God. Thank God it did work. Levi Colwill. Oh, it should show me on the thing on the bottom here now. Here's Enzo Fernandez on the right wing. Aktakolu. I'd pronounce that. Aktakolu. It's Badiashile. Good ball into to Lavia, who touches it on for Palmer. Whipped across the front post. Oh my god! It nearly went in from the from Nicolas Otamendi. Really, really good play from Lavia there. Sterling is being traded in at Sex for £2.50 store credit is wild. That's another one which I can say, because I was going to say this before I got distracted by the, oh no, I need to put the timer on. Short corner, one sec. Short corner, Palmer's going to try and whip the ball in. Instead it goes to Caicedo. And it's going to go all the way back, maybe. Oh no, Cole Palmer running on the right wing. Gets past one, gets past two. Dinked ball to the back post, and Colwell can't go on the end of it. I was gonna say there's a subreddit which I'm sure you guys might be aware of called r/brand new sentence. Most things that you say, I feel would fit that subreddit. I don't think anyone has ever uttered the words Sterling is being traded in at Sex for £2.50 store credit in like ever. That's never been said before until now. Here comes Lavia. That's how it's pronounced. That is how it's pronounced, which is weird, but like that is how it's pronounced. I know it specifically because there's an advert where I think the dude who says it is what's his name? Brian, you know, big booming voice guy. Here comes Caicedo. Oh, big shot from outside the boxes, just past the post. What's his name? Brian. Oh, what's it? That's gonna really bug me. Hang on. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna search it up. It's gonna bug me. Is Orsness. They're trying to play through the press and it's not happening. Lavia's got the ball again. Brian Blessed. That's the one. Yeah, Brian Blessed. He's on the advert and he calls it sex. That's how he says it. Huh? Referee is given a foul for something. I'm not even sure what's in there. Big boos coming from the stadium, by the way, for that. CEX. Yeah, a lot of people do say CEX. I think it's because people are a bit, you know. That's another horror challenge on Enzo. That should be a yellow card, but I don't know if he's going to give it. Yeah, he is. Good. Well done, referee. Congratulations. You've made a right decision for the first time in this game. At 15 minutes in. It's Pavlidis, I think, who's been yellowed. That's the first yellow. Oh, you know what? I think he probably got booked for dissent there rather than the actual challenge. So I don't think the challenge was actually that bad. He's going to miss the next match if he does get out of here. With the victory. Reece James. Lovely sweeping ball out to Pedro Neto, who takes on his man and beats him once and twice. Whipped the ball with his right foot to the back post. It's Cucurella at the back post. Cushions it down, but it goes straight to the 61. And Buddy Shield's taking a strike. Deflection off someone. It's a corner. We're looking at the Caicedo long shot again. Cuts across the ball beautifully. Oh, it's a whisker past the post. What do you mean miss his next match? All of them are gonna miss the next match. They're not playing after we beat them. Here is Pedro Neto at the corner. Short corner to Cucurella. Back to Pedro Neto and to Palmer. We've tried this multiple times and it hasn't really come off at any time. Throw in will go back to Caicedo, and now it's with... Bro, this referee is a dickhead. The ball is not even anywhere in... Oh, man, whatever. This guy's... there's me swearing at the ref for the first time, by the way. That was just me casually saying it as well. I wasn't even that angry. Here's Caicedo. Body of shield. Levi Colwell again. James will send the long ball forward for Pedro Neto. He's quick, but he's not that quick, and he will not get on the end of it. Bit too much on the pass from James there. We don't want to force it. We don't want to go too... We've got plenty of time in this half, and we've been breaking them down, so those kind of long balls aren't always required. I'm gonna be a bit stern here, but like try to watch your language when you're talking about things like that. Like there's no need for it. I'm all for jokes, but like there's some things you don't joke about. Here's the lap. Caicedo. We were outside the edge of the box and we've gone all the way back to our own half now. Caicedo into, or rather Lavia into Caicedo. Ball over the top as deflected off the defender and gone out for a corner. I hope Flamengo miss all quarterfinal. Yeah, for real. It's our 7th corner of the game. And Pedro Neto is over it again. Outswinger from him as the players all run into the box. To the front post. It's Badiashile. Good contact on it, but not the right direction. Just Trubin. Romeo Lavia's pressed really high here. Here's Otamendi. His pass is cut out by Pedro Neto, who's playing in a right-back position at the moment. And Reece James has won a throw off of the substitute that's just come on, who I've forgotten the name of immediately already. Number 21. Here's Caicedo. Great work from him, but he's fouled again. Man, Caicedo is just being absolutely mauled in this game and just not, you know, getting any protection from the referee. Not really sure what the referee stopped the game for here. Okay. Don't know if they were checking for something on VAR. Here's Lavia. Nowhere to go, so he decides to run into midfield instead, and he's given the ball away, but then Palmer's won it back. Great work from Palmer, but he's lost it again. Very scrappy in the midfield, and the Benfica midfield sort it out. Good ball from Arsenal into Kirkju. Di Maria, who has drifted over to this left-hand side. And good sweeping up by Reece James and Colwell, respectively. His Badiashile. Good ball from him to Palmer. Great little Cruyff turn on the halfway line. Surging forward. Here's Enzo Fernandez, who can't get the ball under his spell. But he wins the ball back, and then the referee gives a foul for absolutely fucking nothing. Once again, this guy's a fucking clown. Genuinely. Complete joke. There's another foul on Enzo, apparently, which he's literally done nothing for. Christ. Oh, the words that are about to come out of my mouth if this continues, I'll tell you. Otamendi will take the free kick. And here is Barrero. Here's Antonio Silva, who's stepping up. Here's Arsenal's on the overlap. Good ball across, and Sanchez saves it. Nearly crept in, but it didn't. Throws it out quickly. Here's Lavia. Good ball up to Liam Delap. It's a 4v4 right now. Palmer on the ball on the left-hand side. Can he pick out the right pass? He's done well to get past a few players, and he's won a corner again. Palmer just doesn't seem like the same player, man. The commentators called him Enzo Martinez. That reminds me of that time when I kept, like, I was talking about Manuel Ugarte, and for some reason I kept referring to him by his dad's name. I kept calling him Miguel. I had no clue why. And someone pointed it out to me in the comments, and I'm like, I don't know why I do that. I know his name is Manuel, but I keep calling him Miguel for some reason. Here's Pedro Neto. Again, the same short corner routine we've seen 15 times in this game already. It's gone to Lavia in the centre. Dinked little ball over the top for Pedro Neto. Oh, he's played the ball first time and Colwell can't get on the end of it. It's a good idea, though. That's the first time. I think that's genuinely the first time that corner routine has actually done anything. Safe hands from Sanchez on that other one. I'm going to call the ref a plonker. For real. His Dahl. Good ball up to Pavlidis, but he's gotten in the way of Di Maria, and we've won the ball back. It's Enzo. Good ball up to Pedro Neto, who's 1v1 against his man here. He can take him on. Plays it into the middle, and no one can get on the end of it except for Palmer, who's touched around his player, but again, can't really get the ball. Oh my god, this fucking Lino's a dickhead too, man. He can fuck off too. Absolute twat. Nothing there. And Di Maria, of course, flopping to the floor like a salmon. Yeah, Jackson is suspended until the next game. Good ball from Lavia to Enzo Fernandez. Oh, the ball from him is close to getting to the lap, but not close enough. There's just like certain relationships between players haven't been fully built up yet, and those connections are not fully there. We keep just kind of being one step behind each other at times. Truebean. Silver. Alsness. And they're under so much pressure here. We've pressed really, really high up. They've given the ball away to Caicedo. Here's Cucurella, who they've given a fucking foul again for just nothing, man. This guy is such a fucking clown. He's given someone a yellow card as well. This guy's a dickhead. I thought the guy in the Flamengo game was terrible. This guy's even fucking worse somehow. Like Valverde. God damn. I don't even know. This referee's high. And Moises Caicedo misses the next match because he's been yellow carded. Absolute joke. Admittedly, this is probably a harder game than it will be against Palmeiras, so at least the Sugo could just come in and it won't be too much of an issue. Here's Otamendi. Samuel Dahl plays the first time ball. Little back heel from the number 17 doesn't go anywhere, but straight to Romeo Lavia. Levi Cole with a spearing pass up to Palmer. Great work from him. Cucurella running ahead of him. He plays it inside for Moises Caicedo instead. And now Lavia shifts the ball quickly. Here's Pedro Neto. Reece James has made the overlap here. That's the first time that's happened in this game. And he's going to receive it from Enzo Fernandez. Oh, he's just really, really miscued his pass. He was trying to touch that inside for Neto. He shouldn't have really given that away that way. The mono jinx, it happens so often. Oh, great work from Cucurella to win the ball, and Palmer's been hacked down by Florentino Diaz and Luis rather, and he's gonna get a yellow card. Well done, referee. Ironic jeers come out from the crowd because he's finally got a decision right. The ref is from either Slovenia or Slovakia. I can't tell the difference when I checked the flag because the symbol was too small and I couldn't tell. I think he's Slovenian. I believe. I could be wrong. They just announced the yellow card to the crowd over the PA. They didn't do that for Caicedo. That's weird. So the free kick's in a decent position. It's Neto and James who are over it. I think this favours the in-swinging ball from James a little bit more than the outswinger from Neto, and it will be James who takes it. Good delivering, captain. Good delivering, good delivery. In from Reece James. It's a great strike. It's in! What an absolute slapper. That's the Reece James we know. And you know what, Nat? Fucking fair play, because you've called that. So you've actually called that, like, literally straight before. And against a keeper like Truebean for as well, and it's at his near post. Oh, he needs to. Oh wow, it's actually. It's the what's happened to the wall? Where was his wall? He didn't have a wall. Oh, he's. That's actually such a no. Genuinely, that's such a good strike. It's literally exactly where you need it. That's my captain. I said, hey, captain, give us a good delivery. I think he did more than that. And that should open the game up a little bit more, because now Benfica need to get into the game. They can't just sit back like they have been doing for the whole game. They need to actually go forward. Here's Kirkju. And we are now going to sit back a little bit more. We've gone into a back five currently. Oh my god, this game. This referee is literally blowing for every single collision. I didn't think he would either. It didn't seem like it really lent for a shot, but I mean, that's why he's a professional footballer and I'm not. Di Maria will take the free kick, excuse me. And Kirkju has fainted it. Di Maria to the back post. It's a really good ball, and Otamendi has completely fluffed his lines, but I think he was offside anyway. It's his third free kick this season, if you include the one he scored for England too. So he's we know he's capable of it. Sanchez to Badiashile. Long ball from the Frenchman up to Liam Delap, who holds it up well for Cucurella. Good work. Moises Caicedo will switch it to our captain and goal scorer Reece James. Here's Enzo. Otamendi's giving it away to Enzo Fernandez here. Great work from him to get into the box and cut inside multiple times. He's gone to the floor. He didn't really appeal for a penalty or anything, and there's nothing really in that. He's just kind of overrun himself. Here's Cucurella. Cole Palmer. Here he goes. Whips it across, and it's hit the... Oh. No? Okay. I was going to say, it looked like it hit the right back and it's gone out. That's not. Pavlidis. Long ball over the top. And who's there? Badiashile. He doesn't get it. It's Pavlidis. You know what? Badiashile, genuinely, he has fouled him the first time, but he's gotten away with it because the player stayed on his feet. And then the player has realised afterwards that he's been fouled and then gone down in the box and the referee hasn't given it. Here's Pedro Neto on the other end. We are passing the ball out of the play for some reason. Someone's hurt, and it's Benoit. Benoit's down. I think the referee has just gotten a signal from VAR to say that wasn't a pen. Can we maybe get Anselmino on the pitch? He's the only one of our centre-backs who hasn't played yet. Badiashile does look specific. Does look quite hurt here, actually. He's holding his hamstring, I think. I don't think it's a major tear or anything, though. I hope he's alright. Apparently we've scored, according to my goal alerts. Yes. Reece James with a belter. Yeah, he's signalled to the bench immediately that he wants to be subbed, so... Who is going to come on, though? Tosin is the obvious replacement, but, I mean, we could sub on someone else. Save Tosin for the, oh, excuse me, for the next round. No, it is Tosin who's coming on, so... Straight swap. And also coming on for Benfica is Belotti formerly of Torino. And Plestiani, who I thought was going to start in the 10 today, is also come on, so I'm assuming he's come on for Kirkchu. We will continue with Badiashile. There is, oh, rather Tosin. There is a Mexican wave going around the stadium, which is annoying. Levi Colwell, great ball into Liam Delap. Cuts it across the box and no one's there. However, Pedro Neto will receive the ball because the defender has decided to just give it straight to him for some reason. Great work from him to get past the man too. Pedro Neto, great ball out to Cole Palmer. He's got space here. He's going to take a strike. Whizzes past the far post. Didn't seem like he was really set for that. They're going to take it quickly. Ball into Pavlidis again. Good work from him. Or rather, Di Maria, I think that was actually, who's come into the midfield. His Kirkchu. Oh. It's a slip from the number 25, and he's given it straight to Caicedo, our number 25. And we've been able to clear our lines. A bit mad, we've only made one sub in this weather, yeah. I feel like we'll probably get some more soon. In fact, I think we're actually getting the water break now. So, could be some changes here. Do we have a front of shirt sponsor for the season yet? I don't think so, no. I think that's something that we'll probably work on more when pre-season's actually kind of, you know, fully in flow. Because this is still technically a continuation of last season, so I'm pretty sure we're not allowed to wear our sponsor for next season. Some kind of rule like that, I'd imagine. Yeah, here's a cooling break. Trying to check the Chelsea bench, see if there's anyone warming up, but I don't think there is. Yeah, still no movement on the bench or anything, so it seems like we're just going to continue as we are. Oh, yeah, surprised we still don't have Damak for goal. I guess it's because it's a different shirt. I don't know if they have the right to do that. I think the whole situation with Palmer, it's just a matter of once he gets that first goal and he's gone over that kind of, you know, he's gone over that hump or whatever, like, I think then it'll start exploding again. He just needs that little bit of a confidence boost, because it's not like he doesn't get into good positions and stuff, he just... excuse me. He just doesn't seem like he's ever confident in what he's doing anymore, which is the complete opposite to how he was before. It's a throw in for Benfica on the right side. Cucurella's won the ball excellently, and Liam Delap's played it through to Enzo Fernandez. It's a 2v1 here. If he can get the pass right to Delap, it's a free goal. He doesn't do... Enzo's done so poorly there. He's done so... He needs to release that ball earlier. I don't know what he's doing. Now here comes Benfica on the counter-attack down the left wing. Belotti, who's holding off Tosin. Here's Dahl. Oh, good work from Palmer to intercept the ball, but he has overstretched. He's not down, you know. I thought he'd stay down. Here is Palmer now. Counter-attack coming. It's a 4v4. And Palmer slowed down the attack for some reason and gone back to Kukureya. Here's Romeo Lavia. Ball up to Enzo Fernandez. Pedro Neto. He's going to run all the way across the face, and here's Kukureya. Tries to play it into Pedro Neto, who's just completely unreactive to the ball, and it's gone to Kirkchu, and they're going to get it out now. I'm wondering if the reason why Maresca's not making subs is that he's wary that we might concede here and have to go to extra time, and he wants to keep subs for that time. Good work from Colwell to win the ball. Palmer will play it up, and it's actually fallen to Levi Colwell, who's running all the way through here. He was the furthest man forward for a bit there. I bloody wish I was sponsored by someone like Rustlers. I would love to be sponsored by someone that like just gave me free food. It would be so good. I was like, cool, yeah, give me like, you know, Factor boxes or HelloFresh. I've done HelloFresh before. I love HelloFresh or Gusto, those types of things. I'd love to get sponsored by one of those. As it stands, I've got sponsored by someone else, and I'm not allowed to say who it is yet. Here's Cole Palmer, and his pass is awful. Delap was free on goal there, and he's just completely fluffed that pass. Benfica are really committing bodies forward to try and get back into the game now, so they're really exposed on the counter if we can get it going. Ball in behind for 25. Belotti miscued his header, and I think did he handball it, or was he offside? I'm not sure. Yeah, it was offside, okay. 14 minutes to go. Here is Robert Sanchez to take the goal kick. I think he's going to go long here. Yeah, he's going to go long. The team's pushed up the pitch. Ball from Sanchez up to Delap. It's a good one. Good hold-up play from Delap. But he's offside, apparently. Here's Di Maria. Osnus has done really well on the overlap. Cut back into the centre. That's what I worried about. And it's a terrible, terrible finish. It's Prestiani. That's the move I told you about. It's that overlap from Arsenal and then that cut back into the centre of the box, and they just completely missed the shot. That's the first time they've been able to do that all game. Levi Colwell will launch the ball long. And it's not going to fall to anyone because it's going to go straight back to Trubin. Darwin Nunez is back at Benfica. I think it would have gone further wide if it was Nunez, to be fair. Long ball from Silva will fall straight to Sanchez. We're just playing squash at this point, just giving it back to each other. Like he signed Darwin this summer. Absolutely not. Oh, Sanchez with a bozo moment has given it straight to one of their players. Here's number 17. Here's Di Maria. Right-footed shot is never going to trouble anyone, is it? Sanchez rolls it out again. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Chance to counter-attack here if we want to. It's Kukureya. Good ball from Kukureya for Liam Delap. He might be offside, but he's going to go 1v1 versus the goalkeeper around Trubin. And it's a fantastic finish if he's onside. The flag has gone up. It's a great, great finish, though. We'll see. VAR will check. Substitutes will come on now. Reece James coming off for Malo Gusto in a straight swap, and Dewsbury Hall will be coming on for, I'd imagine, Enzo. And Kunku coming on for Liam Delap too, which is rather frustrating after he just got that goal disallowed. Yeah, it's Fernandez coming off for Kieran. I imagine the armband has gone to Tosin here. Oh, I feel bad for Liam though, because that's such good work from him. If he's not offside, that's such a good goal. It's the type of finish we want to see from our strikers. It's Kirkju. Palmer has gone into the striker position currently. This will be very interesting if we do concede and this does go to extra time, because we don't have a striker on the pitch at the moment. We are deciding to shut up shop and play a bit pragmatically here. Here's Kirkju. Dahl. Kirkju again, pressed by Kin Dewsbury Hall. Ball over the top, and Malo Gusto deals with it very well. And he was fouled. Semi-automated offside replay on the screen, the PA just said. Oh yeah, Liam, he was off by a mile. He's off by an absolute mile. Is Tosin. Romeo Lavia. Good ball from him up to Dewsbury Hall. Free space to run into here. He's going to take the opportunity. Tries to play it into Palmer, but unable to get there. Lavia's won the ball back. Here's Pedro Neto. Trip from Kirkju outside the box on Neto, and he will be yellow carded for it. There's a good opportunity for us to get another goal here. Oh, it's Levi captain, not Tosin. Oh. There's a number of bodies standing over this free kick. Oh yeah, 100%. Like Nkunku could leave the club literally two minutes from now, and I would not care. I literally would have zero qualms. It is Palmer who's taken precedent over this free kick. Is he going to try and replicate Reece James, or is he going to whip the ball to the back post? Tosin Adarabioyo has gone to that back post. Signal goes up, signal goes down. Ball whipped in. Oh, it's there's a push apparently. Ken Dewsbury Hall's flown in for a tackle and not got the ball. There's only 7 minutes remaining. Here's Otamendi. Samuel Dahl. He's going to try and take it inside. Unable to, though. Too many bodies. Barrero. Di Maria dropping deep to get the ball and gets it to Arsenal's. Back to Barrero. It's our turn to be the pragmatic ones that are hard to break down. Dahl's done well against Pedro Neto, and Gusto's come in, and to be fair, he's completely clattered him, and the referee hasn't given anything, and I think that's a bit harsh. Good work from Neto to flick it over the head of the defender, and Lavia's been fouled. No yellow card is interesting there. I think it was Belotti. So, first challenge. That's a bad tackle, to be fair. Surprised it's not more than that. The refs had a nightmare in January. Two substitutions for Fiorentina. João Veloso and Thiago Gouveia are coming on for Alsnos and Kirkju, I think, who came off. This guy looks like if Mateus Nunes and João Felix had a love child. Looks exactly like the two of them combined. The referee is stopping the game because of the storm. Are we having a joke? I've got stuff to do after this game, man. Utter woke nonsense. Literally, I was gonna say, it's like 5 minutes of the game left. Just let us play the 5 minutes out, blow the whistle at 90, and then just, you know, just end the game. Like, who cares? I understand it, like, oh yeah, health and safety, but like, come on, man. Some dark clouds, like, bruv, this is a normal day in England. It looks like that all the time. It's not even raining yet. Like, come on. At least wait until it rains. Whatever. I tell you, if my what's the word? If my other half is having to wait for me because the fucking weather has fucking delayed the game, I'm gonna be pissed. I'll be blaming this referee for that. I say that, they're probably actually watching this. There's literally 4 minutes left, bro. Why have they fucking stopped it? Bro, it's not like they're even gonna fucking be able to do anything. They just literally just pass it around the back and for fucking 10 minutes or whatever and it's over. Like, come on. What's going on? It's not like the clouds are just gonna suddenly disappear because you go inside. Like, come on. Oh, you know what's the fucking worst part? I'm gonna have to stop the timer. I'm gonna have to restart it again at some other fucking time. Fuck's sake. I said 4 minutes left, I'll put it to fucking 86. Dios mío. You know what? If they wouldn't have spent fucking 5 minutes with the fucking adverts at the start of the game and delayed the kickoff, we would have finished the game by now. I'm so stupid. I'm so Spanish brained, right? Obviously, I've been learning Spanish for a long time. That there's a big screen up on the on the screen, basically saying about the weather warning. I'm reading the Spanish sign, trying to figure out what it says, and like making my way through it, and then I realised it says it in English right next to it. I don't know why I'm not reading the English. What happened? The game has been delayed because of weather warnings. So there's some dark clouds in the sky, and they think that everyone's gonna explode if there's rain. They had to wait a couple of hours when this happened before, for the record. That's what they've just said. It's 4:25 in my country. Just finish the game for real. Just end the game early, man. If you're not gonna like, it's 4 minutes. Are they really gonna be able to get back into the game in 4 minutes when they've been completely dominated all game? This is so stupid. But by the time they've gotten all the players, all the people out of the stadium, yeah, and all the people off the pitch, the game would have been over anyway. Like, it's just crossed 90 minutes now. What are they doing? This is a fucking piss take. Well, guys, I don't really know what to do here because yeah, I don't I guess we just wait, but I'm not kidding, like genuinely, like I I've got commitments I need to do later today. So like I'm genuinely I might just end the fucking stream and just be like, oh whatever, we'll just see if see what happens at the end. I'll depend. It depends on how long. If the first time they give like a time, if they say like how long it's gonna be, then I'll. Yeah, you know what? Mikel has just said exactly what I have just said. Yeah, Mikel has just said by the time it's taken taken them to get all the fucking players off the pitch and shit, the game would have been over anyway. I don't agree with much that John Obi Mikel says, but I can agree with that. I think that this is pathetic. He's got nice crepes though. I'll give him that. I'm glad to see that like everyone in the chat is like from a different place and everyone's got a different time zone. Funniest part is that like nothing's gonna happen for the rest of it. Absolutely. What is gonna happen is that the referee is gonna delay this game. They're gonna kick off. Chelsea are gonna pass it around the back for 4 minutes and then he's gonna blow the whistle again. Like that's literally it. Ugh. Right. Well, I'm gonna go to Twitter and see if I can find any. Um. If I can see any, updates on how long this is gonna be. Because if they say it's gonna, I've said this. Like, if they say it's gonna be like an hour or something like that, I'm literally just gonna end the stream, like early. Ugh. This rate, my kids will be awake before the last 5 minutes of play, so I might have to call it soon. For real. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we can do bingo. Yeah, we can switch to bingo. That's a good idea. I forget how to do it. This. There we go. That one. I think. Nope, that's not. That's not. I'm not allowed to show that. Ignore that. You didn't see that. Hang on. This. I've got to do all the reversing Control Z bullshit as well. Fuck, like, oh god, here we go. I'm not cranking it for the record. Alright, cool. There we go. This one. There we go. Lovely. Right, crossbar. Has anyone hit the crossbar? I don't think so. Has Neto been involved in the goal? No. Was Neto fouled for the free kick? No, he wasn't. Clean sheet at the moment, absolutely. Why is this black? This is supposed to be red. Clean sheet at the moment. Otamendi at the near post. No. Enzo assist. No. The refs hate Caicedo. Yes, the refs hate everyone. I've definitely complained about stuff. I've probably done this. I don't remember. Unlikely goal scorer? I would say Reece James is an unlikely goal scorer. Player booked for dissent? Yeah, not Caicedo. Ujima the guy on Caicedo, Pavlidis. There you go. He got this. Di Maria dies, absolutely. Rescue in full flow. We've seen some good flowy moves, but not really enough. I've definitely sworn to the referees. Why is it black and white? I'm glad you guys entertained this one when that happened in chat. I'm gonna do. Don't clip that. Worldy. You know what? Reece James, Worldy, absolutely. Correct prediction, no. Panna, no. Weird sub. And Cuckoo coming on the pitch is weird in general. So that could be done. I don't want to take this off yet because we haven't won the game, but like we kind of have. And my camera has stayed in the right place. Have we got any potential for bingo here? We can get bingo if I tick this off. So I'm just going to do it. And what's the free space for? The free space is for the game being delayed because it's fucking raining. There we go. We have a fucking bingo. What a staycation. I wish I could have a staycation. I need to do this. Hang on. There we go. I need to make sure that I don't flash the fucking stream up on again. Match suspended due to adverse weather. Okay, yeah, cool. But tell us how long it's going to be suspended for, because I'm not sitting here for fucking 2 hours. Like, come on, lad. Give me an update. Someone tell me. God, dear, this is a joke. Everyone on my Twitter feed is going berserk, by the way. Absolutely not. I'm not cheating. It's a matter of opinion whether we've had some full flow moments or not. It's a matter of opinion. Some people would say yes, so you know, I'll entertain those people. I just want a bingo, man. I need something. I'm sitting here not being able to watch my team play football because of fucking rain. Look, I need something. Come on, allow me. Is there any updates? FIFA tell us the weather break will need to be at least 30 minutes. That is reset every time there's a lightning strike within 10 miles of the Bank of America statement. Right. Well, with that then, I will not be streaming the rest of this game. So I I apologize for the you know the weird end to the stream, but yeah, I said I've got obligations to do after this. I'm not going to be sitting here for over half an hour waiting for the game to start. I will probably comment on the game on Twitter if it eventually begins again. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out as ever. I'll remember and actually do the grayscale tomorrow morning. Hopefully, I'll post it out tomorrow evening so we can see that. But yeah, thank you guys for for hanging out. It's been a very fun one. Thank you for the donations again, as well. I appreciate it very much. Who am I gonna watch for 5 minutes? Come on, you Blues, of course. Keep the blue flag flying high as ever. The other part of my outro, which I always forget, what's my outro? What do I do in my outro? Leave a like on the video, VOD, or whatever, or the stream. Yeah, like spike, that thing. Do that. I'm not going to click stop streaming because I keep doing this where it used to say you have to confirm it. Now it doesn't. So I just keep doing this. Crazy way to end it. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a stream end because of rain before, but here we go. It's the first time for everything. And yeah, they say cheer us on in the sun and rain. Well, we fucking can't. We're not allowed, apparently.